So I almost didn't make a video this week because I'm realizing now I'm actually really triggered. And I've been triggered for the past several days. So this video is going to be about how to get yourself out of that. When something happens that upsets you or disturbs you, makes it so that you can't do the normal stuff, or it's hard to do the normal stuff that you would do, it is useful to be able to step out of that pattern, step out of that trigger. So in my case, I'm quite worried about some work that's coming up. And I didn't realize the amount of revision I had to do to this work for the deadline that I'm working towards for next week. And yeah, having got feedback on the work I've done so far, there's a lot of changes that I need to make, and it's more time than I thought it would be. And I got this feedback maybe Wednesday evening or something when I checked Slack last week. And it was way more work than I thought, and I got a bit upset actually. And I felt quite worried that, oh, this is actually a load of work, and it's way more work than I expected. And then all these kind of cascading implications of that sort of hit home. And I really felt very resistant to doing the work. I just didn't want to do the revisions and stuff. And now it's Sunday, and I spent most of yesterday doing this work, and I'm still kind of working on it today. So the thing that I have found that has been really helpful for when I get triggered like that, when I get upset or resistant, find myself procrastinating, is first just to notice that I'm doing that. That's step one. Not just assume that's okay or assume that's how it's got to be, but notice I'm in some kind of emotional trigger. And then what I do is I'll maybe just turn on the camera, or I'll open up a fresh digital piece of paper, like virtual note, and I'll just start writing, or I'll start talking to my camera. And what I'll do is I'll reflect, and I'll allow myself to feel whatever emotions are there. So in this case, worry, concern, difficulty. And I'll be with that. I'll just notice what that's like. And as I start to dialogue with these feelings, kind of speak my mind to my camera, or type my mind to my journal, whatever, what will happen is it will start to untangle. And I'll start to see exactly what it is that's concerning me. And I'll start to discern finer and finer distinctions around it. And when I do this, it actually is very freeing. Suddenly, even if I'm still feeling the same worry, I have a lot more space from it. And I can even start to shift it and see, oh, there's actually different ways of looking at this work thing. There's certain ways I'm seeing it, certain ways I'm feeling stuck with it, but actually, if I'm honest, there's a lot of different ways I could see it. And if I can identify exactly what it is that's concerning me, what that allows me to do is sort of let that go, and it will shift the feeling. So that's what I've been doing. And I find this very helpful. So whenever you get stuck on something like that, whenever there's something triggers you, it can be really helpful just to write it down and or feel the feeling. And you probably already know that's helpful. I don't think this is particularly new or novel advice, but I do think that sometimes we need to be reminded that, oh yeah, I got upset, so I need to take space and notice that I'm upset, and then actually start to look at what that's like, and trust in that process that I will be able to move on and work through whatever feelings were there, whatever triggers were there. And journaling and making these really helps with that. So I think that's it for today. It's a short one. And I do want to also say I've been thinking lately about putting more time and attention into these videos because, it's something I really want to contribute. I feel there's a lot I have to share, but I don't know exactly yet how best to share it. It's tricky because I've spent the past I feel like sometimes I speak in this kind of alien language. For the past 8 years now, I've done like so many different kinds of personal development thing. And I feel like it's never really, in some ways, never really translated into certain parts of my life. Like I haven't built a big audience. I haven't. I'm still not doing work that I really love and for a living. And yet I've changed in so many ways since starting on this journey. And yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to say about that. Like there's something to celebrate, but it's tricky because it's like I feel I've got so much to contribute, and it's so hard to know how to meet people where they are uh, and share in a way that's actually useful or connect with people in a way that helps them. So that's something I struggle with. But I just wanted to say, like, I'm working on that. Like, I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm actually, how I'm actually able to serve people best, or which of these videos is most useful. And I'm also trying to be a bit more consistent with the videos I'm making. So, yeah, I'm committed to making at least one video a week. Even when I have triggered as hell and like there's stuff I really don't want to do, I still want to show up and keep working at it. So just that little note to add on the end. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and hope to see you on the next one. Take care.